I am gaming. I am gaming. I am gaming podcast.
Hey everybody, my name is Ivica. Thank you so much for being on my latest podcast episode. This is I'm Gaming Podcast. You're listening to a show numbered 159, so episode 159, almost at 160. And I'm Gaming Podcast is, if you already listened to it, a podcast about the video game industry, entrepreneurship, gaming nostalgia, and many more cool things I find to be in the same realm of business and creative ventures, which in this case include a really amazing film I just recently saw that is a big recommendation on my side, and that film is called Everything Everywhere All at Once. It is a movie that was released thanks to the A24 distribution company, and the same movie is an incredible, absolutely stunning piece of art. But before I get into that, please a big thanks to all of my Patreon supporters who really make this podcast possible. Without you, I wouldn't be able to push right into 160 episodes and enjoy the process of doing this as much as I do. So a big thanks to everyone who is supporting me on Patreon. You really are amazing. And please, everyone else, check out my Patreon supporters in the description below. Check out their ventures, games, NFT projects, movie websites, YouTube channels, Twitch streams, and many more cool things that can be amazing, just like Everything Everywhere All at Once, but for you right now. So again, a big thanks to all of my Patreon supporters and for your continued support and monetary expenditure for my podcast. So, Everything Everywhere All at Once. First, it's a cool name. It's a name you won't confuse with anything else. And it represents a kind of comedy drama that is created in a pretty absurdist style with a lot of avant-garde elements to it. It basically tells a pretty simple story about a middle-aged Chinese-American woman, an immigrant, who is incredibly played by Michael Yeo. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly, who is in a process of being audited by the IRS. And she's located, she travels to that kind of grayish, regular IRS building with her husband, with her dad, even her daughter, when she discovers that she's at the center of a complex web of parallel universes that can at any moment collapse in on their own, on the center of the universe or whatever it might be, and destroy everything, including the whole multiverse. So she has to fight, both literally and metaphorically, to keep everything going, and do that through a range of different lives she could have had if she made different choices. And it's a completely stunning piece of work. It's filmed incredibly, the story is incredible, it uses all manner of narrative tricks. I follow that because I teach game design from a narrative perspective, and I'm really interested in storytelling. This is something that takes storytelling and turns it onto its head. It also features a fantastic soundtrack. It all blends together, and all of the actors do an incredible job, especially Michael Yao, who knocks it out of the park. The interesting thing about the film is its avant-garde elements. So we see her footage from her actual career in the past when she did Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and all of the other stuff as well. It's all mixed in, and the written and production and directorial work from both Daniels. Daniels are the pair of directors who created the movie. They also created Swiss Army Man back in 2016. Is something that is a truly unique vision in the present day of movie creation. I would compare this movie and its impact to films like Matrix, the first Matrix, because it's such a powerful combination of visual and storytelling methods, and that all blend together in a actually very poignant and touching drama that is compact. It works as a whole, it works as a holistic, a complete unit or a complete work of art, offering kind of you something that I would call a view into a mindset of those creators, and it's one hell of a mindset, I have to tell you. So it's something that really left me completely flabbergasted, if that's the correct term. And I would be insane if I didn't recommend it to you very, very much. So you need to check it out, because it not only tackles a range of issues, like something as mundane and everyday and, let's call it, normal, like doubts about personal decisions, how we approach the world, how we approach our loved ones, but it also goes into things like Asian American identity, how the main characters perceive their actual future and past in the light of the fact that they changed their home country, they emigrated from China to the US, the way the narration works when they talk with each other, because they're constantly switching between Chinese and English, and so many other things. All of them are in this kind of bubble, including a lot of amazing and really funny humor as well. So it's a work of art that comes, in my view, once in a generation. It's, for me, absolutely the best film of 2022, especially because we're at the very end of the year. And it's something that gives its audience that really unique but very recognizable energy of amazing, incredible films that simply pour their heart out through this insane mixture of martial arts, sci-fi, comedy, even some dark comedic elements, and so much more, including moving out of the full motion video approach where you simply record actual human actors. It adds animation, it adds stock footage, it adds historical footage of the actors themselves. So many things, all of them blend together perfectly, and really the movie is able to do what its title says. It is able to bring everything everywhere all at once to you as the viewer. So it's a true gem of movie creation, and all moviegoers, if you love movies even slightly, even just a teeny weeny bit, please check out this film. It's very much well worth your time, and it will leave an impact. Maybe you will like it, maybe you won't, but it's going to be something that you haven't experienced so far, and art is all about that. So Everything Everywhere All at Once, a huge recommendation. I couldn't tell you a single movie from 2022 that I could recommend as much as I can this title. So bravo to everyone who made it, and I'm looking forward to their new movies because it's brilliant. That's it. That's all for me. Thank you so much for watching, for listening. Thank you so much to all of my Patreon supporters. If you'd like to become one of them, please check out the link in the description below. It will take you to my Patreon page. You can then pledge $1 or $2 per month for my good cause. Actually, it's just a cause of keeping going, and going further with this podcast, keeping up, and creating new episodes. There are also a bunch of other ways how you can support me as well. All of them are in the description below. That's all for me. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you in precisely 7 days from now. Until then, bye bye.